What it is is a good lifestyle, and we're going to have a little chit chat. I want to have a little chit chat with you guys, and it's mainly to do with the mommies in the mommy sector. That is a sector I'm studying and I'm learning. That is due to the fact I have seen a lot of people that I speak to on a daily basis. They use social media as a way to get information and seek advice. And one of the movies that I do commentary on, she follows one of the moms. And I believe that if you aspire to be like someone, you will majority of the times people will not be like someone in a sense where we in their own way, but they will how would I put it? How would I put it? They will actually copy what other people do. And there is a lot of dry begging. There is a lot of panhandling. There is a lot of putting out too much personal information. It was thing that goes on in my life. I will post, and it took me a while. It took me to meet a specific group of people in order for me to, you know, understand fully what I was doing and the harms and the negative impacts. Tommy sector has a lot of moms who, and when you call them issue that they're doing, it's a problem. Now I have an issue where I have to learn things without being then I have to also learn that not everybody is gonna agree with my opinion to someone. You understand? Now we have to also understand that not all moms are bad moms, neglect their kids. But on the other hand, what we're seeing publicly social media says a different thing. Now, so they get to the age where they can make decision on their own. Until the kid is not 18, 16, and cannot make certain logical decisions on their own, their parents are the ones that have to sit and say, hey, I'm making this decision for you. You're not wearing makeup. You're too young to wear makeup. Now, in situations like that, when we say you're too young to do something, we cannot just say you're too young to do it. You have to sit and explain to that child the issues that can arise with them doing certain things. Because a lot of times we say you can't do it, and then the child on their own will go and explore. And then that's when they learn why they shouldn't do it, right? Then we have kids who will listen, but then after a while, it's curiosity. It's the mind wandering, right? It's the mind wandering, and sometimes certain things will happen around us, and our minds will wander. Should I do this? Should I do that? What's the purpose of me not doing this? What's the purpose? Testing, testing. Okay, so it takes a lot to testing, testing, testing. Hey, testing. Okay, so it takes a lot to raise a kid, and certain times you will get a kid who needs more attention than the other, who who needs you to pick a day out of the week and work with them. We tend to blame children for their disabilities. And on the other hand, fit them, you as the adult, the parent, can also do things that can hinder your kid. While we say kids are stubborn, adults could also be stubborn. We have the belief that children needs to stay in a child's place. I disagree with that belief altogether. You need to give kids the opportunity to be themselves, right? I will give you an example. We have a mom in the sector. Her name is Jasmine. We call her My Jazzy Life. Her channel name is My Jazzy Life. Then we have her other channel, My Jazz Up Life, but then there is a channel called My Shabby Life, which details her neglect towards her kids in us, but she has an autistic kid. Has 5 kids. Davis with her little son. She don't understand her son and affecting him. She's trying. I don't agree with how she's trying, but she's trying, and I think she's trying. But I don't agree with her sticking a camera to record the moment. Like to me, it's taking away from the purpose. Like that's something that should be recorded in private, and then at the end, if you see progress, if you need help with what's going on, then you could, assist and help. But at the end of the day, on the other hand, we have to also look at it. Is she capable as a mom to take care of a kid with that kind of developmental delay? I believe being autistic is a blessing because there are kids with up syndrome, there are kids with autism, and they're extremely smart. But these kids, majority of these kids, I know they have that it's needed in order for them to be developed for their mind. You know, they go to therapy, they go to when it comes to them being autistic, so they go to speech therapy, they go to extra classes apart from the normal school hours in order to help with their delay. So that will propel them forward. There are a lot of resources that this mom is going to use, that commentators. Hey, tea time. Thanks, girl. I'm good. I'm good. I'm Thanks for dropping in. Uh yeah, there are a lot of moms in this sector who don't listen to us. And once they're given resources, they they will sit unalive while they disrespect the people who are trying to help them. Right? What we don't realize, yes, I get we blame immigrants for our issues. Have a play in our issues, but we have people who receive government assistance. And instead of using some of them, instead of using that government assistance to keep so that changes could be made so that more people can become benefactors or beneficiaries of it, they ruin the opportunity. You're staying in a household, right? And you're allowing your kids as a mom who's supposed to have listening, who's supposed to have care and respect for things, whether it is yours or somebody else. And you destroy it. You're not sitting on your life, taking accountability for what you did. Blaming other people, telling other people's stories as to why your story is what it is. I disagree with that. That is ignorant. It is ignorance. It is ignorant. It is ignorance. Um, on your part as a mom. Now I get it. You will tell a child do what it is that I did it to do what it is they have to do, and sometimes behind your back they will do straight away. There is peer pressure. There is peer pressure among peers, and certain adults that could be present in your life can have influence on you in a negative manner. From time you show that you just cannot handle your children, and in front of you they disrespect you, you bring other adults around them and they don't have any respect, then that means you're not doing something wrong. You did not learn something that could help you discipline your kids. Now, a lot of parents believe in them to discipline their kids. We telling them to beat their kids. Growing up, my mother hardly ever beat me. I'm not going to lie. My mom hardly ever hit me. She, you know what I'm saying? My mom would sit me down no matter how many times she had to repeat it and tell me, Johnny, this is what you're doing wrong. You need to change that. Um, Sky also, I'm using Sky as an example because basically all these mommies piggyback off of each other for content and stuff like that. So we're using Sky as an example. Sky also has an issue with understanding, right? Like I said, the moms could have a developmental delay, but I'm an understanding of your kids and how they go about um this is where I'm rude, but then I'm speaking the truth. So like I said, yeah, I'm a public speaker. Public speaking is a passion of mine. I love public speaking. So I have to find a way where I'm talking not to a specific audience, but a wider audience, right? When we grow up, we are taught right from wrong. That should be able to be passed on to children and that are our own, right? Different cultures have different ways of discipline and so on and so forth, right? At the end of the day, I want the mommies in the mommy sector on YouTube to find better ways in controlling the kids. From time you have control. Now, when we say discipline your kids, like I said, it don't mean take a belt and whoop your kids. It don't mean pop your kids. It means learning the issues that they may taking those issues and putting it in a way where putting it in a way where, how would I say, putting it in a way where your kids can, understand what you're saying. And if they have a but or a if or a why or a how, because nowadays a lot of kids ask why and how they should go about doing something, you should have an answer. And not some answer you just Google off YouTube or whatever. But you're supposed to have an answer. Okay. So for example, I do not want you eating candy. Okay, mommy, Why should I not eat candy? You you shouldn't eat candy because it can cause cavities. Or if you do eat the candy, please brush directly after. This will prevent the decay of your teeth. This will also prevent your gums from weakening, which causes toss. Like, that's how I could put it. That's the best way to discipline your kids. Also, one final, final thought is is offering to help you as a mother become a better mom, or you're out saying that's my issue with these moments. We're helping you, but we're clout chasing. That makes no sense to me. If someone is willing helping you pay off your debt, has the money pay off your debt, pay it off. Simple, pay off your debt. It's not going to hurt you. It is not going to break you. You understand what I'm saying? It's not going to cause you to have a downfall. It's constructive. It is constructive criticism at the end of the day. It is called what? Constructive criticism. So if you cannot say constructive criticism and have an understanding, then that is you, not me. That is me. So key takeaways from what I've said. Accept constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is criticism given in a manner where if you decide to take it, it develops you. Do not put people before your kids because you could put your best friend, your friends, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend before your kids. That is a no no. Thirdly, on the other hand, if there is a takeaway from you going through an experience, if you share it, you share it. Lastly, going through a rough patch in life, do not allow that rough patch to determine who you are as an individual. On the other hand, use it as an awakening. Okay, so for example, I'm walking down the street, somebody chases me, boom, I jump in an alleyway, I hide behind a cash can, I go on about my life. That is an awakening to being more aware of your surroundings and what it is you have to do in order to protect yourself. I'm going to carry a taser, I'm going to carry a small knife in the pocket of my bag, in the small pocket of my bag. I'm going to do things on the other hand to protect me. But on the other hand, I have to be mindful that protecting myself could also harm myself and that I need to find another extra safer mean, you know, have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Hey, Elohim. Another issue I see on social media, and it has to do with all sectors, is taking things too hard. right? I ain't not going to lie. I used to be like that. Once upon a time, I used to, somebody come and tell me something, and I'll be like, Miss, yeah, what that person probably saying is right, or Miss, yeah, that person tell me I agree, and maybe that person is right, I looking in the mirror and I say, Miss, yeah, I really not pretty. And then testing, okay. And then boom, I start having low self-esteem. I start degrading myself to please others. And that is why right? We have a lot of back and forth and misunderstandings. On the other hand, where we supposed to, say, okay, I am going to, how would I put it? On the other hand, I'm going to not respond, or if I do respond in a manner where, okay, if I say this, that person might not agree with me, then that's their business. That's my opinion. I went through a moment where every time I gave my opinion, I got attacked. And it took me a while. It took me a moment to understand that they have the opinion of me, so I can have my opinion of them. But I have to also be mindful of how I say certain things. Because not everybody have my brain to understand what I want to say. Right? Sometimes people will get on here, they don't know you, but they think that they know you through your content. And knowing somebody through content and knowing somebody personally is two different things. And you will believe it without asking questions, right? But behind the scenes, I could have another account where I post the true me. It's a private account. If I feel that you're trustworthy enough, I add you to the account and boom, it works. And that's not how social media works. All have to go through that moment in time where we say, boom, that person, let me do some soul searching, let me not play with God. Because a lot of people, they go through tough times, and that's the only time they know to call on God. Whereas, yeah, that could be the moment where God says, hey, I'm talking to you, my child. You know, not a lot of people, after they discover God, once discovers God after that one time, they stay closed minded. And I saw that today on YouTube. A young lady, she lost her kids and she decided that she needed to find God. But my take on it is, however, you found God, but God said that in order for your child to take care of you and to respect you, you need to respect your child. Because a lot of us, in order for us to gain momentum, we play with God and then He stays with us and then He shows us why we shouldn't play with Him, right? Child support and stuff like that. However, you may not be able to pay it off all in once. Pray. Get down on your knees, pray, ask God and His word, understand, start learning the Bible. Don't come on YouTube asking for advice. Use your voice, because there are different pastors who do different sermons. You could watch the channels, right? You could feel, you know, you could feel the connection to God. And whatever scripture that pops out to you, whatever summons that pops out to you, you say, okay, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna have a notebook. Bible scriptures, my Bible verses, my Bible quotes that stand out to me, and I am going to continue going back and forth into that book. Eventually, that's the way you understand the Bible. Different Bibles, there are different versions of the Bible. There is the King James Version, and there is the Catholic Bible, I cannot remember the name, and there is another few Bibles, right? We cannot force our Christianity on the world, but what we can do is educate, right? A lot of people will tell you, come and they'll see you doing something and they'll tell you, my girl, they're not supposed to do that. The same people who giving you advice on how to go about serving the Lord on social media are the same ones who's committing adultery and so on and so forth. So not all advice when it comes to God is good advice. That's the best way I could put it, because a lot of us believe that being gay or supporting the LGBTQ community is a sin. God never really declared it a sin. He just never stated in the Bible that being gay is not a sin. It's just not stated that it's accepted or denounced. So while I there judging a man for dating another man, you think God will not judge me for that? He will judge us for doing these things, right? It all boils down to social media is not for everybody. I understand that. Social media is not for people who take problems at heart. Sometimes we have a problem with you on YouTube. That's our YouTube problem. We use it to make money, we use it to make content. But then outside of YouTube, I could be your best of friend. But I learn once you become my enemy, I can forgive you. I will not forget. But I cannot, get back to how it was. Bye bye. You don't ask me about my business, I don't ask you about yours. Right? Now, one more thing I forgot to touch on is the panhandling. Right? Now, I get it. We are commentary people. That's to me one of the exceptions where you could support financially. But if you're a mom, you're supposed to be a mother. Okay, you're staying at home. You are stay at home mom. You do not have a partner, or you have a partner. What is the partner's contributing? Okay, so I will talk about having a partner first. If you have a partner, what is that partner contributing to you being? Because you have to be good mentally all the time in order to continue loving somebody. And what it is that you're you're doing in order for your partner to feel obligated to help, basically. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes your partner could be doing everything, then boom, you go and cheat on your partner because your partner missing something, and your partner doing this here, you're not doing that. You're going to go and step out of your relationship. That is a sin, first of all. We don't really talk about that specific sin, but committing a right. So from time you when you end up being in struggle love, eventually you'll have to stop stepping out of your relationship, even if your partner agreeing to step out on each other, and sit down and communicate. Communication is the foundation for anything, any relationship, having a job, being blessed. However, if you cannot agree with that person, agree with you on that. I need you to understand that. Like in the Caribbean, because I'm from the Caribbean, namely St. Lucia, we have that tendency where if we don't agree with somebody, we don't like the person. We're not speaking to the person. That person have nothing, right? At the end, thing to do with because we don't agree with them is the same people we might have to come back to for it, right? So, moral of that story is do not take everything too hard. Understand that once somebody has a falling out with you, depending now, it depends on the fallout for sure. Thinking about it, it depends with somebody. If the person do something to you where like you best friends with the person and they cheat on and your partner cheat on you with them, friend, how long has my best friend or my friend had that intention? Because if you're my best friend, that's supposed to come out of your mouth is you're dating my friend. I don't think we should, you know, have that type of engagement. Right? Now, I need like y'all's opinions on that because having conversations, I have had very, very varying views on friends who allow friends partners to sleep with them, and it's very common in celebrity sector right now. It's viral that Rihanna snubbed Naomi Campbell at New York Fashion Week because of a man. Now Naomi claimed she dated the man first for a couple months, then he cheated on her with Rihanna. Then when Rihanna moved on, when they broke up, he went back to whole mess. And Naomi being 50 something, Rihanna being in her 40s, a 20 year difference. Naomi need to get out of in competition with people. She's an actor, she's an actor and a model. Like you have it going for you. Is it a matter of a 20 something year difference and you never had from time that happened, you never had nothing positive to say, nothing to say like, hey, Rihanna, I forgive you. It's like a competition for men. Hey, special girl, like it's a competition for a man. Like I be thinking about all these things, like it not making any sense to me. You understand? It's like, wow. if celebrities could behave like that, right? He's next to me every day, who knows me. Imagine how can they treat me, right? And then nowadays a lot of females fighting each other because that one sleep with that one man, that one was seen at a restaurant eating with that one. You understand? Now with that, we blame the woman that they cheating on me with. We don't blame, be like me say my partner not doing that for me. I've not been in the same room with my partner for 6 months. You know, I'm not feeling romantically inclined to be with her, and then gonna cheat on you. So you have to start questioning your partner. Now, reality happening where married people, a lot of them, they will cheat on their partner and their marriage will still remain tight because they have kids, and the kids need to not suffer. I understand the kids need to not suffer, but if you mentally not there, if you actually that person through the trauma of, like, the repeated cycles is what I don't understand. Right now, I want let me something. I don't think I have. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Why did my thing go blank? Uh, it went blank. It went blank. It went blank. It went blank. Why did it go blank? Okay. I wanted to get that downloaded, but it's one to me. Put that one in the chat if you could hear me. I just want to make sure. Okay, so my thing is, why stay and go through mental breakdown to the point where something drastic happens and it is forcing? Like, why would you have to love? Like, that's what I will say. You have to love from a distance instead of, oh, I'm going in and out. I hit the audio. I think I need a new mic. I'll have to get a new headset. You think the headset might be the problem? Um, but hold on, give me a few minutes. Okay, so we going. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully not always, but yeah, I might have to get a new headset to help. with the audio. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of us we tend to stay until it is forced to broken down. Not all the time a relationship like that will stay last. An example of a relationship everybody despises and says it shouldn't be, the wife should leave, is T-Pain and his wife, Amber Nash. At the end of the day, how I see it, the two people are happy. They happy doing what they do. They've been doing it for years. I was born in 2003. 2003 is when T-Pain career launched. You know what I'm saying? And auto tune became a big debate. Should a rapper use it? Should a rapper not use it? You understand what I'm saying? So T-Pain been married for decades. He's known his wife from time his career started. He has his Nappy Boy. He has his company Nappy Boy where he does gaming, automotive aspect of it. He does the automotive aspect of it. He does the entertainment aspect of it. He has his Nappy Boy Radio podcast. He has grown. Meanwhile, people who are not in relationships will sit down at their home and be like, Messier, T-Pain cheating on his wife, and T-Pain this and T-Pain that. But if you watch it, while he's doing his thing, she's doing her thing. This lady was in the military. She is a certified mixologist. She doesn't drink alcoholic drinks. You understand what I'm saying? So while we envying others, while we envying their success, even though we may not see it, never envy somebody, right? You never know what it is that they did to go through what they're going through and enjoy. We don't know what it is that they have to do to enjoy what they're enjoying, right? That's point one, that's point blank, period. On that, stop envy. Like, now, something I came across a while ago that I just remembered is Peach McIntyre. This lady is like really expecting two more. So soon she'll be saying, I'm a mom of nine and I'm a wife. I'm a wife and a mom of nine. Like, I get it. The millionaire, you say, is not being but is being evicted is not the mindset of a millionaire, right? Once a millionaire gets evicted from, I'm going in and out again. Once a millionaire gets evicted from one area, they're able to think fast and make things better. Now, you did a TikTok where people were complaining about your daughter sleeping in the same bed or using the same, it was using the same bathroom. Growing up, we all shared a bathroom, but we were not sleeping in the same bed with a bunch of males. You have one daughter and six boys. So at the end of the day, in her own bathroom, she could share a bathroom, but have her own sleeping arrangements. I don't know, that may be me. You know what I'm saying? Like all of what I'm saying, is alleged. If you would love, you could go and do your own research. But yes, for those of you who don't know, Peach McIntyre is and I wish her all the best. But at the end of the day, find a better arrangement for your daughter. Nowadays, sharing a bathroom isn't even safe. However, moving on, last topic to be discussed is the whole sorry, everything gossip. The whole Mattel holds and his I believe his Melody, his ex-wife now. Yes, they are divorced. For a moment it seemed as if, they were not divorced. That may be me. But yeah. So I wasn't alive. You were alive. And Martel ex brother in law had, some it was a no memory lane where the brother-in-law was basically gay, and Marcel publicly denounced him being around his kids because of the influence that he has on these kids. You cannot make nobody do something that they do not want to do. At the end of the day, it is my decision to do what I want to do. Point blank. Period. Kids at a certain age know right from wrong. So once they know right from wrong, I should not be saying I make my kids do anything. Right. Now, it takes a special amount of courage to deal with somebody like myself. But at the end of the day, reality TV on a whole, you have to have a strong mind and not be ignorant to understand reality TV of today. I'm being honest with you. Because you have to see it from two sides. The man suffering, then the woman suffering, and the man cheating on the woman, the woman cheating on the man. And it's a whole mess. Now, Melody is now coming forward after it. You go, girl. But my thing is, the damage is already done. Your protector, your lover, to disrespect you on TV when millions and thousands of people are watching. My best advice is to keep some silent punches, right? You want to sue your castmates, you make it known, but the full steps in, like, be brief. Like, people will say I'm trying to stay quiet and staying quiet. No, I'm telling her, be brief. Don't put out everything you're going to do, right? Don't put out everything you're going to do. Have some silent punches and be like, okay, let me, me, keep some things private and let me, you know, let me, and at the end of the day, we're all grown. We all have an understanding. We all have, knowledge of what's wrong from right, what it is that we have to do to survive. However, some of us need that extra push that you could do it, you know? You could do it. You got it. You're great. Another thing is if we have friends, Do not say my friend, but you need to do better. You ugly. Like, just back off from your own distance, please. Like, we all have to love. Sometimes we even have to love ourselves from a distance. Like, stop. Like, if we're telling ourselves we are worthy and we're going to say we are not worthy, then you need to back away from yourself sometimes and give yourself space. Right? If you cannot love yourself, do not attempt to love nobody else. I'm speaking from experience. I have had moments where I was down hard on myself. I would tell myself I'm not worthy of this, and like I'm not enough, and I basically didn't love myself, and it affected people. Right. My best advice would be, how would I put it? My best advice would be develop an understanding of yourself. But yeah, thank you for listening. But yeah, so like I said, thank you for tuning in, and drop down in the comments to give your views. I would love to hear your views on certain situations, and it's appreciated. See you guys in the next one. I did it.